Good morning, YouTube. JT here, Serenity Farms prepping. Oh, we got a little snow the other day, but that's why I live here. So, walking down to give the goats some treats, and tomorrow, as we all know, is an important day. Tomorrow, our elected officials who work for us will be given one last chance, I believe, to do the right thing and expose all that has happened since the election. There's several options left according to who you listen to. None of them sound promising to me because they're all based on elected officials having the courage, the intestinal fortitude, the balls, the nuts, the guts, whatever you want to call it, to do what is so blatantly obvious to all of us. And that is to disregard the electors. Vice President Pence could squash the entire thing all by himself. He has the power, authority, and the constitutional right to do that. He made a statement yesterday promising that Congress will hear the objections and see the evidence. He promised. Vice President Pence considers himself a very moral, ethical, and religious man. I do believe that promise will be honored. But all that was a promise that the objections and the evidence would be presented. After that, it's up to the people who work for us to do the right thing. So, while Pence's statement sounded good, it doesn't really hold a lot of weight with me. So, my major concern isn't so much what happens tomorrow. It's not what happens tomorrow. Because either way it goes, my concern is what happens after that. And we all know what that is. Okay, Pence does the right thing. Maybe some of the politicians actually do the right thing. Then could be starting immediately tomorrow night, the 7th, the 8th, a week or two, the libtard supported, funded terrorist, BLM and Antifa, begin attempting a reign of chaos, anarchy, and terror across the nation. Most likely starting in cesspool cities in the states where we know that it's more than likely to happen. We, patriots, will put that down, but there will still be massive loss of property, riches, and human. If the politicians do as we all expect and weasel out How long does it take before we decide to rise up? We literally have no choice if this all goes wrong. We are at the precipice of falling into that bottomless pit, like in the movie 300. That's going to be a problem. Yeah, it is going to be a problem. So, I see potentially tomorrow there is supposedly some individual files that are going to be handed out to certain elected officials. Supposedly these files will contain evidence and proof of treason. To put it bluntly, I believe there's receipts of payments, potential video evidence, definitely documents showing how all these corrupt and traitorous senators and congressmen sold the country and you and I down the river for personal wealth and potential power. Now, we may not actually get to see any of this evidence, which will hereforth be known as the D class. We've all been hearing about it for years and years. We're tired of it. Show us. Stop talking. So, a lot of these elected officials could be presented with their own personal file and have a decision to make. We could see some resignations. We could see some retirements. We could see some sudden cases of illness. We could see some Clinton sides, depending on the severity. I just don't know. I don't know if any of us do. We have an idea of what could go down, but how many times have we been let down in the past? How many times have we been let down just since November? I hope you are all preparing as best you can to hunker down. And like me, I think a lot of you are preparing to hunker down those who count on you, and then we'll be moving out. We may very well be called upon. I don't think any of us can ever be ready for that, but I'm ready for that. We got no choice. All I do is think about my children and my grandchildren and what becomes of them if I do nothing. I'm not going to sit at the compound here and hide. As long as I know the people that are going to be here are taken care of, I'm going to go do what I can to help save the country. Like I said, I'm not a hero. I'm not Rambo. I'm one man. But I'm going to do all that this one man can do. And I think there are tens of millions of us ready to do that same thing. All the while, none of us want to. We can't. I don't want to be around people that live for this kind of thing. And I also don't want to be around people who would just die not trying to fix this. You all understand where I'm coming from with that. We're all patriots. So, tomorrow I'll be paying attention. I know you all be paying attention too. But I mean, really be paying attention. If you're watching what's going on, make sure you also see what's going on elsewhere. I can't guarantee anything. I'm hope that I'm way off on this. I hope that people who work for me and you do what they're actually constitutionally obligated to do. But there's choices to be made. Let's hope they choose wisely. So, either tomorrow night or the next day, we'll be making another video about what went on, and we'll be getting back to some prepper basic stuff that we may all have to really kick it up a notch in the next few weeks. So, like, share, subscribe, comment, notification bell. But for now, JT, signing off.